A very good morning to the students of class 8. Today in chapter 1, Business Studies, part 3, we are going to learn about the different stages of development. Is that clear? In the first part, we had seen the components of business. What are economic activities? What are the 3 kinds of economic activities? Yes, anybody can tell me? Very good. Yes, anyone? Very good. Profession. Wonderful. Business. Very good. What's the third one? Employment. Very good. So you've understood everything clearly. Then we saw our requirements, isn't it? In the first part of it, we saw what is our requirement. What is the medium of exchange today? Money. So we are just going back to see how this developed, these economic activities developed, and how we have come to better understanding, and we come to a better understanding about the subject. So we start with production. Do you remember this word production? Where did we use it? Business is concerned with continuous production. Very good. Production means to make more and more. Yes. Takes into consideration. What does production take into consideration? First, let us understand that. Okay. Market study. Before you make anything, you first must know what do the people want or like. You have the same material, same kind of thing in 100 markets maybe. But what is your choice? For example, you take dress materials. What is most popular? What kind of material do the people like? So a market study or a market survey is done. Okay? And then transportation. From where are you going to get that material? Is it close? Is it very far? If it is close and if it's not a bulky item, it won't cost you much. But if it's a bulky item and it's very far, you'll have to spend half the cost on the transport. So that has to be seen. If steel is available only in the north of India or northeast India somewhere, say it's available in Bhilai, the best kind of steel you want it from there. You have to bring it down to this place, means you have to see what is the distance, how will it be transported, what will be the cost involved. Is it worth buying it from there or buying it from somewhere around? Isn't it? That is what we mean by transportation. Storage. If they are items which are like steel or something else, they can be stored. Nothing will happen to them. Even they rust if they are not good. But items like food, they cannot be stored. They have a shelf life. They can be kept fresh only for that period of time. So I'll have to see how I store it. Maybe I need a refrigerator or a cold storage room. So what will be the cost of all that? Determination of price. I have made something. I want to sell it. What price will I quote? How will I come to the price? Can I just write some number because I feel like that? No. It has to go through a process. How much did I spend on each raw material? What was the labor cost involved? The transport cost involved? All those factors will be taken into account before the price is determined. Advertisement. Sometimes you have wonderful products, but people are not even aware of it. Today, everybody knows about everything that's sold. How? Through advertisements. So when I make these kind of advertisements, I have to spend for it. That is also a cost involved. So all these factors production takes into account. And after deciding all this only, the exchange rate is fixed. All these aspects are included in exchange. So you cannot go to a shopkeeper and ask, this pen should cost only 2 rupees. How does it cost for 25 or 35? Something like that. Because he would have studied all these aspects: transportation, storage, determination, advertisement. All these factors are taken into account while production, and then you get the exchange rate. Now, what is consumption? Consumption is the art of using services and goods. How you use the art of using. There are some people who can keep one nice dress for a number of years, and some who can make it into rags within a couple of months. Yes, it is an art to use those services and goods carefully, valuing it. This is consumption. Okay? Next is, a person who buys goods or uses services for his or her consumption is a consumer. Who is a consumer? The one who is buying it to use it. Very good. Now we go to commerce. Part of business concerned with distribution of goods and services. What did we study about business? Production. Commerce is that part of the business which with distribution of goods and services. Have you understood now why we said components of business studies? First one was production. So we saw there what all they take into account. How do they produce, things like that. When we come to commerce, it is concerned with the distribution. Goods are ready. Now you have to distribute the services and the goods. How will you do it? Commerce. All economic activities of human beings is considered commerce, which includes. So in production, you saw what all things go to get the exchange rate. And now here you are going to get what are the various things that become commerce, which includes production. All the economic activities of human beings is considered commerce, which includes production, business. See, there is a difference in everything now. Industry, banking, insurance agency, advertisement, transportation and other factors which facilitates exchange of goods and services. So all the activities, economic activities of human beings is considered commerce, which includes production, which includes business, industry, banking, insurance agency, advertisement, transportation and other factors which helps exchange of goods and services. Is that clear? Now we come to evolution. I had told you right in the beginning itself, we are going to study about the different stages. We are not yet to it. We will see evolution before we go into that, which is probably the next video. Alright? So here in evolution, what is evolution? Is the gradual change of activities that takes place over a long period. Change. In old Stone Age, if you just picture the man at that time, he did not know to light a fire. He had no clothes to wear. He stayed in caves and he ate whatever he found around. Is man the same today? No. So this is the evolution, the change that has come over a long period of time. And the changes have made man more and more supposed to be civilized. Evolution is the development of plants, animals, etc. over many thousands of years from simple early forms to more advanced ones. Even the fruits, today you have the bonsai. Okay, the small tiny plant bears fruits, bears flowers. So all these changes, earlier we used to say if a person sows a mango seed, his grandson or great grandson will eat it. But today you can sow it now and eat it within a couple of years only. So these are the changes that have taken place gradually, not a leap. It is a gradual change of activities that takes place over a long time. It is the development of plants, animals, etc. over many thousands of years, from simple early forms to more advanced ones. Is that clear, children? The evolution that has taken place in commerce may be called evolution of commerce or the history of business. So what is evolution of commerce? It is the evolution, the change that has taken place in commerce is called the evolution of commerce or the history of business. To summarize, we have studied production, consumption, consumer, economic activities, evolution. Some questions based on that. What do you understand by production? What do you understand by production? Define consumption, consumer, commerce. Why are all the economic activities of human beings considered commerce? What is evolution of commerce? Write a short note on commerce. From whatever you have understood here, write out these answers. Thank you. Sai Ram.